Hey everybody, Jeremy here for Precision Sales. Today we're going to be going over how to install Selden's MDS car system onto a mainsail. What you're going to need is obviously your mainsail. You're going to need some Allen keys, some intermediate slides, some batten car slides, and the headboard assembly. Now, your sail maker is going to send you whatever you need with them if you've ordered your car system at the same time you ordered your sail, which a lot of our sailors do. But if you have an existing MDS system and you're going to move it over to this new mainsail, you're just going to reverse the directions to take the hardware off and reinstall it on the new sail. For those of you who don't know what Selden's MDS system is it's a collection of intermediate cars, batten cars, and a headboard assembly. And there's a lot of variations in the style and availability of these, but this is just one particular version with sizing wise. They are designed to go up and down the Selden masts, and they actually have these side load bearing wheels so that when you do things like, for example, release the halyard to drop reef in and the batten puts some side tension on the slide, it's able to handle that load easier and still drop nice and easy, but make it a lot easier for you to handle. So it's a great system. If you already have it on your boat, that's awesome. And if you're someone who's interested in looking into that system, we recommend that you talk to a specialist. Talk to Selden themselves or reach out to a local rigger that can help you with that. So let's review the installation of the headboard assembly. Now, these systems, there's a couple different types available from Selden, different sizes, different shapes, but they all function practically the same. They all have a pin like this that all you have to do is slide the little toggle sideways, and then you'd be able to remove from the assembly. That's going to allow you to install this over the headboard at the location that the sail designer has mapped out for our production team. Now, your sail designer, throughout the process, if they know that you're going to be using an MDS system, is going to make sure that your sail comes with the correct hardware, i.e. batten receptacles so that the batten cars can screw into them, intermediate left locations with the correct diameter on the webbing loops here so that you can install the intermediate slides, and on the headboard, that location that we just talked about for you to be able to install this pin through. Now, your sail designer may or may not include a webbing loop at the head of your sail. That's okay if it's there. You're just going to have to remove it if you're going to be using one of these assemblies. The reason that we do that is because if for some reason you don't have a headboard assembly, or it's back ordered, or you don't have one on hand at the moment, you'd be able to install an intermediate slide at that location in the meantime to be able to get you where you need to go so that you can get the headboard assembly and then properly install it. So in order to remove the webbing loop, if you have one and you don't need it, you're going to need little shears, some seam rippers, X-Acto blade, a knife, scissors, something sharp. Now, you need to be very careful that you don't damage the sail, but all you're going to need to do is use the tool to cut the stitching that is around the webbing. And once you do that, you'll be able to pull that webbing right off. So to install the headboard assembly, what you're going to do is take the piece, pop the little pin, and pull it out. Take the unit, and you're going to slide it over the headboard to line up with the hole that was put there during design. Now it can get a little tight in there because that little pin on top can rotate, but all you're going to do is put it in there and push it through. Now if you hit any resistance, flip the sail over, look at the other side. It often comes out the headboard and gets caught on the other side of the MDS assembly. All you have to do is pull it up a little bit and it'll push right through. Snap that in place, you're good to go. Now let's install an intermediate slide. So work your way down the sail, go find one of the webbing loops that design has spec'd out to be on the sail. So we've got one right here. Now the Selden MDS cars are going to come with these little toggles. I have one right here. All you're going to do is you're going to insert that inside of the webbing loop. Then take your intermediate car, remove the pin. So you're going to want to remove that pin. Now check the direction on your MDS car. There is a direction pointing up. all you're going to want to do is take that and slide it over the webbing loop where that toggle was that we just installed. Take your bolt and feed it back through. Now sometimes it won't line up right away. I found what's best is to remove it and reinstall it, sometimes from the side. There we go. Take your Allen key and tighten it down. Now you don't have to be worried about installing it on the side because it's going to be able to rotate all the way around. It's just because of the density of the webbing loop there, and once you pull it up and around, it'll be fine. It's just a little trick. Tighten that down, nice and tight. There you go. You can see we got full rotation of it there. Move on to the next one. Now let's install some of the VAT cars. Now you're going to take your batten car, go locate your batten receptacle. Your sail designer is going to make sure that you have the correct hardware on your sail to receive the pin. Now there are two ways that you can install this. One of them is just by simply taking the system and twisting it on. What we recommend you do, if you have the time, is to remove the pin, take the pin that came with the receptacle, and install it like this. Take your receptacle, make sure that it's pointed up towards the head of the sail, slide it over, reinsert your pin, and tighten it down. There you have it. Thanks for watching the installation video. If you have any questions about Selden's MDS car system and its installation, please reach out to our team. You can reach us at info@precisionsailoff.com or by phone at 1-888-958-5638. Safe sailing.